Good afternoon. Mr. Secretary and Mr. Secretary, I want to start for you, Secretary Rubio, with a question about the incident that happened yesterday with the Tren de Agua vessel that was destroyed by the U.S. military. There still seem to be a bunch of lingering questions about how this all came about. For example, how were you so convinced or so sure that they were Tren de Agua members on board, and what kind of drugs were they transporting and where they were going to? And I'm wondering if you could address any of those specifics, as well as which unit of the military actually carried this out and how. But more broadly, and for both of you, there seem to be concerns around the region now that this might signal a return to the kind of gunboat diplomacy that the U.S. was known for decades and decades and decades ago in this region. And I'm wondering, one, Secretary Rubio, if this is the impression that you want to leave, and secondly, Mr. Secretary, whether Mexico shares the concerns that some other leaders in this hemisphere, quite apart from President Mr. Maduro, share. Thank you.
Well, first of all, let me say that from an operational standpoint, I'll leave it to the Pentagon to identify munitions, units, and things of that nature. Let me say this. The United States has long, for many, many years, established intelligence that allow us to interdict and stop drug boats. And we did that. And it doesn't work. Interdiction doesn't work because these drug cartels, what they do is they know they're going to lose, 2% of their cargo. They bake it into their economics. What will stop them is when you blow them up, when you get rid of them. So they were designated as what they are narco-terrorist organizations. So the same information and the same intelligence mechanisms with maybe a higher focus was used to determine that a drug boat was headed towards eventually the United States. And instead of interdicting it on the president's orders, he blew it up. And it'll happen again. Maybe it's happening right now. I don't know. But the point is, the president of the United States is going to wage war on narco-terrorist organizations. This one was operating in international waters, headed towards the United States to flood our country with poison, and under President Trump, those days are over.